here. Coach will begin with an opening statement. We'll open it up for questions. Coach?
Alabama's a really good team. Again, kind of the same story as the last time we were up here. Wish we could have finished it a little bit better, but anytime you can win in this league against a top-ranked opponent, you'll take it.
Marina, Cora, and Jack.
For both Tess and Jewel, obviously you're both seniors and looking at a lot of last moments in your fifth year. How much is that influencing how you play right now and how each one of these wins matter? And if you can both take it, that'd be great.
I think Tess has been a great leader, a vocal leader, and just, with us both being seniors, just knowing the urgency there is with not letting games slip by or having regrets. So just taking each game for game and being leaders in practice.
Yeah, I think kind of just piggybacking off what Joel said, just having that leader mentality, knowing that we've both been here, we know what it's like to compete in the SEC, but really just enjoying every moment. I love being around this group of players, coaches, so just really taking it all in.
About Kanaya the other day, but just she made some really crucial plays in the fourth, particularly that Coop got the deflection, she got the steal score to put you guys back up 7. Just what can you say about her, the way she's carrying herself now in games like this, in tight games, to be able to make plays like this?
Yeah, that play was huge, and it was all effort, and she just sacrificed herself for the team right there. She wasn't scared. Yeah, we talked about that in the locker room. It's huge. We needed that bucket at a bad time. Momentum was not going our way. And she's the type of player, she'll play like that in practice, which is rare.
Jack, Ryan, and then Reese.
Kim, what was the difference in the full quarter offense, 12 turnovers in the first half? What did you change at halftime to sort of limit that to none in the third quarter and then 3 in the second half total?
I think we played a little more under control. I don't necessarily think that we changed anything. I just think we shared the ball a little bit better, found the spots that were open, settled in, and more people touch the ball each time down the floor, which is when our offense looks its best.
Mr. Ryan, and then Reese and Sam.
Okay, Melissa had a really good start tonight. What did you think of how she played, and what's the next step for her as she kind of rounds out this season?
Yeah, she's one of the most athletic people on the floor, and she can find buckets that other people can't. She can go get offensive rebounds. She can get steals. She's a really good and smart slasher, cutting. So she just needs to continue to do what she's doing.
Final 2 minutes, you made your last substitution. What did you like out of that closing time lineup?
Yeah, I think that group was scoring better and they were guarding better, and they did what they needed to do. They were scoring down the stretch, which I think has been our problem in our close games, is we have failed to score. And so I think we were pretty efficient the last 2 minutes, minute and a half.
Always talk about starts and finishes, to end the first half on a 10-0 run and to start the third on an 11-0 run. Just how crucial was that?
Yeah, it was huge because we didn't get off to a very good start, and we had that lapse there in the fourth quarter, so we needed those runs.
Either for Tess or Jewel, but to hear your coach just constantly talk about how important it is to win for the senior class, how special is that to just have her constantly mention that to, us and everybody?
I think it's huge, and being a senior, having a coach who backs you and wants the best for you, and just really, I don't know, I mean, it's everything that I would want in a coach, and she pushes you, she has high standards for you, and she never lets you get below those. So, really grateful to have her last year.
Go next to John and then Paige.
Jewel, when you transfer here, you dream of, these type of runs to be in the position you guys are now, trying to host NCAA tournament games. Just, is this the most fun you've had in your college career? And could you just reflect on that?
Yeah, I think it is a lot of fun, and then playing Coach Kim's style is a lot of fun. Just, being able to, play fast, get a lot of opportunities to shoot the ball with a lot of freedom, and she trusted me and trusted my teammates too. So I think you see that on the court with us always smiling and having joy, and that I think my defense has also gotten better under her, so thank you for that.
Jewel, I want to get your perspective because you met Sarah Puckett after she had that three-pointer, but she also grabbed the steal and then got the 3 on the other end. Just what was it like watching that play happen and then having that quick moment with her after?
Yeah, I was very happy for her and just wanted to share that moment with her because I know it was a big 3 for her and her confidence, so just sharing that moment with her.
Go next to Maria and then Cora.
Coach, you went 3-0 in this homestand, and each one was a must-win game to keep what you want in front of you. Just how big was this series at home?
Yeah, it was good to play better at home. It was I think we're trending the right direction. I just think we need to finish the games. I think all of the games we had at home, the last two specifically, we had 12 double-digit leads that could have easily gone to 20, 25, maybe even 30, and we just didn't finish.
Joel, wanted to ask you your perspective on that, the team being able to build these leads, but not necessarily being able to hold them. What have you kind of noticed about, the way you guys play with the lead? Do you feel like you guys have kind of grown that area, and where do you, on the court, how does it feel when you guys are, kind of getting chipped away at with that lead?
I feel like at times it's good, and at times we kind of relax. So Coach Kim kind of comes to the huddles and tells us that, and it's just a constant reminder of that. But just knowing, like, when we get a big lead, we can tell when people start to wear down and get tired. So we just got to keep our foot on the gas and keep on going instead of getting relaxed and cutting the deficit and then us having to work just as hard.
Jewel, you shared a moment with Kanaya at the end of the second half after you missed at the buzzer. What was that moment like, and how much have you seen her grow through this season?
The one where she dove on the ball? That one?
No, you missed right at the buzzer, and then she came over and put her
arm
around
yes.
you.
She was just telling me that it was a good take, like, it's okay. It was a tough shot at the buzzer, but just to keep my confidence up, and that's huge from a freshman, so I really respect her for that.
It's huge for a freshman too, because Kanaya was wide open. She didn't pout. I mean, Jewel couldn't see, so it's not her fault. But she didn't pout. She didn't throw her hands up. She didn't complain that she got missed. She poured into her teammate, which I think that coming from a freshman just continues to make Kanaya what she is, which is special.
Kim, I know you asked earlier about turnovers, but you took a timeout in the first 3 minutes of the game after I think there were 3 turnovers to start the game. What were you seeing maybe specifically from, like, the attitude? Did they look a little behind? Like, what specifically were you seeing that was leading to those lapses?
Yeah, we weren't sharing the ball. Our offense looked horrible. We were just kind of standing at the top of the key, setting a ball screen. We had no movement. Not very many people were touching the ball. Not at all what we practiced. Not at all what I think we have grown into with our offense, and then on the defensive end, we just did not do what we wanted to do.
Kim, how do you get this sort of consistent all-around performance from Talasia going forward?
Yeah, I think she has been in the gym this week. I think she came in with a mindset that she was going to have a good game, which is important. And when she fills up a stat sheet line for us, that's when she's at her best.
Cora and Maria.
Kim, I know we kind of talked about your timeouts a lot, but when Alabama cut the lead to 4, you called that timeout. Out of the timeout, team goes on a 5-0 run to really kind of take control back of this game. How important is that to see, where you can call a timeout, give them a break, get them reset, and they actually, execute when they get back out there, especially in crunch time?
Yeah, it's important. I think it is growth for our team that we didn't pout, we didn't turn on each other when they had the momentum. And I am seeing them talk to each other in the timeouts before I get there, which is huge, and is exactly what I want out of a team. I would love to call a timeout and I don't have to talk to them. That it's addressed, it's handled, they're on the same page by the time I get to them.
Coach, you got to get back on the road, Florida first, of course. How do you have kept this team focused on next game? Do you just somehow keep them locked in and not looking ahead?
Yeah, I think the next game is a huge game for us. You got to go on the road in this league. We haven't played well on the road in this league since early. Last time we went to Missouri, we didn't do what we were supposed to do. So just making sure that we come out focused, we come out playing hard. Anytime you're on the road, you kind of get a little nervous. And we've been kind of spoiled the last week.
Talked about Kanaya and how special she is as a freshman. Have you ever had a freshman that's kind of like that mature already? How rare is that?
I have, but it's pretty rare. I've had a couple freshmen in my younger days at Glenville that ended up winning a national championship, ended up being player of the year. And so it's rare, it's special, and I think that she has a really high ceiling in her future, but I think she has a really high ceiling for the rest of the season. I still think we can see growth by the time we end.
Reese in the back.
Tess, you had a couple of big threes today. I think 3, right? So what was going through your head when you were making those threes, and how did it feel to make them?
Just confidence. I've been getting a lot of open looks, but Coach Kim and the other coaches have been telling me, I've just really been shooting them too fast. I think I get too excited. But just really taking like a deep breath and just shooting the ball with confidence.
Jewel, East Tennessee doesn't do snow particularly well around here, but that was a good crowd for a really cold, snow on the ground kind of place. How big, and Tess, you can jump into, just how much does this crowd give you energy when you're at home?
They give us a lot of energy on both ends of the floor. When we go on runs, it gets really loud, and then on the defensive end, it's like they start our own chants too for us. So we really appreciate it.
And hopefully we see him for the next one because we have a lot of seniors we need to send off in style.